So, are you one of those types that spends your days trolling the internet, trolling the YouTube channels, looking for that magic trading strategy, that magic holy grail that you can basically give up your day job with just by plugging and playing it? If that is the case, then I suggest you stop. You're not going to find it here on YouTube. I am a YouTube star. I've got 330,000 followers. Does that mean 330,000 followers have all made it as a successful trader? I doubt it very much. Look, I've also been scrolling this morning around the YouTube channel, looking at different trading setups, different trading strategies, and I must be honest, there's some quite good content out there from a lot of people out there with some decent strategies, decent programs, and so forth. But does it mean that you're going to be making it as a trader just by following someone else's strategy? And if that is your line of thinking, then I really want you to reconsider. Trading is not all about the strategy. In fact, I think trading is much more about you than anything else here that you'll find on YouTube, about your personality. What I try and do is get people to see that in my education. I want people to realize that I can't change their lives. Only you can change your life. So as I say, I've been looking at some strategies online. Some of them are quite decent. Nothing wrong with them. I haven't done any proper back testing on them, but I can see they've most probably got something there. I've also gone back to some of my strategy videos that I've done here on the channel. For some people, I've changed their lives. They're so pleased they found me. They've now found the magic, the holy grail. They're making lots and lots of money. But then I scroll down through the chat and I see that I'm a scammer. What's he talking about? The strategy doesn't work. It's cost me all this money. Well, that's shame on them for following a strategy that they haven't back tested. But the point is, any strategy that you trade, doesn't matter where you get it from, whether it's one of mine, one of the other educators here on YouTube, one of the platforms you may even spend lots of money on and going into their programs at $3,000 a go or whatever it is, doesn't matter what strategy you're using, all strategies perform in relatively the same way. They all have their winning periods and their losing periods. But the problem with traders, rookie traders more so, is that most rookie traders get out of the strategy on the down leg. So for example, you've got a strategy with a positive equity curve over time. Yeah, you have your winning period, then your losing period, the winning period, the losing period. Most rookie traders are getting out of perfectly good strategies on that down leg every time it has the drawdown because it doesn't feel comfortable. And that is why many are losing. I've done a video on this many a time. It's almost my catchphrase, the cycle of doom, and you keep switching strategies because you're in a down phase, because you still believe there is some magic out there. Every strategy has the down phase. But the down phase doesn't feel good, does it? It doesn't feel comfortable. Now, as human beings, we're bred from a very early age to believe that being wrong is not good. You get the old wagging finger, or you get told off at school for being wrong. We're always being told off for being wrong. It doesn't feel good. When being wrong in trading is perfectly acceptable. But it's what we do when we're wrong. Look at this chart now to see how sometimes you can be wrong more than you are right and still make money. Okay, so take a look at this chart. Now this basically maps out the risk to reward ratio against the win rate. Wins over losses, of course. And what you'll see here is that you don't need to be more right than you are wrong. Now, for the coin toss, for example, it's a 50-50 outcome. If you're going to have $1 risk on a tail against $1 profit on a head, that is likely to have a 50-50 win rate over time. And because of that, you basically only need to be right 50% of the time, clearly, in order to break even. But now, if you're going to have a bigger profit compared to the risk that you're going to undertake, for example, a 2-to-1 risk reward ratio, so you're making $2 for every dollar that you lose, well, here we go here, you basically only need to be right 33% of the time. So out of 100 trades, you can have almost 80 losing trades, 77 losing trades, and you're going to be breaking even at 2 to 1. And of course, if you're going for say 3 to 1 or 4 to 1, look at 4 to 1 here. 4 to 1, you only have to be right 20% of the time. And then you're going to break even. That basically means you can be wrong 80% of the time and still break even. But this comes with its own consideration as well. What type of a trader are you? What type of a personality are you? Are you able to be able to take those losses, take those punches, punch after punch after punch, loss after loss after loss, waiting for that winning trade? If that's not you and it's not me, then maybe you should go for a risk to reward ratio on a smaller level. Now for me, I like to have winning trades to keep me motivated, to keep me interested in the trading day. So I like to have a win to loss ratio, normally about 1 to 2. In that zone sometimes. I've got some strategies that have them out to 3 to 4 as well. You may have seen them on the reversal strategies that I talk about. But intraday trading, I like to be in this band here so that I'm going to have a decent amount of winning trades over losing trades as well. So when you're looking at your trading strategy, don't just think it's all about the strategy. You've got to factor in the type of person you are. Are you able to have those big long waits waiting for that winning trade? Or do you need to be more motivated with having an equal balance between wins over losses? Again, it's not all about the strategy. It's about you as a personality. And you can see here very clearly that you don't need to be right more than you are wrong. All depends on the numbers that you are playing with. But a useful lesson, I think. So what we need to do as traders is think in terms of probability. Don't look at one trade on its own as a standalone. Look at one trade as just a number, a small sample in the big sample. If you can begin to think in probability, if you can appreciate the law of large numbers, no one trade will break me, no one trade will make me. If you've got that mentality, you're going to be halfway there to making it as a trader. Now, I have covered this in earlier education, but I think it's so important. Some of you may have missed it, so I'm just going to go over it again very briefly. Set yourself a trading challenge. Rather than me sitting on the screen this week, donating money to the market, stop doing all that. Do these few simple steps. Get your strategy written down. Could be one of mine, could be one of the other educators you see out there on the YouTube channel, could be your own. But get it written down and go away and trade that on the demo market. So that's not real money. Trade that for a minimum of 25 times. I call it the 25 trade challenge. For my private students, I like them to do at least 50 of them, but I know most people, unless they're really committed, won't do 50. So let the losing trades come, or let the winning trades come, and see what it looks like after 25 trades, or if better, if you can afford it, 50 trades. The more you can do, the more likely you are to become a successful trader in time, the more patient you are to give this a serious effort. We all know the coin toss theory. Yeah, you toss the coin 10 times, you should get 5 heads and 5 tails. But in reality, you may get 6 and 4, or 7 and 3, 8 and 2, or maybe even get 10 to 0. You toss that coin 1,000 times. It's going to be pretty close to 50-50. Toss that coin 10,000 times, pretty much guarantee it will be bang on 50-50. There's some apps online that you can do that. Toss 1,000 coins pretty quickly. Every time I've done it, it's pretty much bang on a 50-50 outcome. But we don't know the random distribution of that 50-50 outcome. How many tails are we going to have on the bounce? How many heads are we going to have in succession? We don't know that ahead of time, but when those come against you and you're not prepared, you're going to jump out of the strategy. So go away, do that back testing now, do the forward testing on the demo account, trade your strategy that you've written down a minimum of 25 times, and let me know in the comment section how you got on. It can be a very simple strategy. It can be the coin toss if you wish to do that as well. I'd love to know what the outcome is. And if you are going to be using the coin toss and you're taking bigger profits than you are taking on the losses, you'll see you don't even need to be right 50% of the time. Sometimes being right 30% of the time on a 2-to-1 risk reward is a very profitable way to trade the markets. But that is all down to personality and for another lesson. Hope you like this video. Do leave a comment down below. Let me know how your challenge goes. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel, of course, if you don't already do so. That bell notification bell, you get to know what that is all about now. As I say, I am a YouTube sensation, 330,000 followers. Maybe add a few more to that, helps as well. Don't forget to follow us on all the socials. And if you want to come and join us in our daily live streams, we are streaming live around the clock, up to 7 times a day now. We've got 2 new mentors on the team from the US, so we now truly are a 24/5 business, discussing market opportunities, looking at strategies and so forth. You can engage with us, chat to us live, real time. If you want to take part in that, head over to forexsignals.com. Take out the 7-day free trial. If you don't want to stay, you don't have to pay, but I'm sure you will love it. If that is not your thing, that is not a problem. I'll see you next week.